Alright, take the pizzas back. It's January the 17th, 2018. I'm your host, Mike Stigs. And today's show, we'll talk about some football. All the picks didn't do good last week, so that's what's my thing here. Alright, so it's 19 and 10. I don't know, I'll have the calculator on that, so it's like 68%. Remember now, when I said, if you listen to all of you would have heard it, but 52, 53% you make money when you bet sports. And right now, in the Supreme Court, they're going to be ruling on if it's okay for all 50 states to have sports betting. So if the Supreme Court votes in favor, any state can then, if they want to decide to legalize sports betting, they're going to do it. So right now there's like 18 states that are already thinking about it. So if the Supreme Court votes yes, I mean they should. It's your money. It's my money. Should be able to do what we want. They say, we're free. This country is free. You can do whatever you want. No, you can't. If you bet sports outside, Nevada, then it's illegal. So that's the thing. And it should be illegal because it's $10 billion business a year. In New York, you got to go meet a guy over in the Dunkin' Donuts parking lot. If you want to put $100, on the New York Rangers, the New Jersey Devils, the Philadelphia Flyers, you got to go meet a guy in the parking lot. Or sometimes, they're at a deli or a pizza place. But if the states do that, the state's going to make some tax money, and then you don't have to worry about meeting some guy in the parking lot late at night. So that's the other thing. When you make a bet here in Vegas, you go to the sports book. Like tonight, I'm going to take the Bruins over the Canadians. So that's pick number one for this episode. I got the Bruins over the Canadians. So you go to the window, you pull out the money, you put $2 to win $7. You give them the money, and then they give you the ticket. If it wins, you go back, you pick up the money. You see, now if you're in New York or Philadelphia or Chicago, you just call in. Yeah, this is Frankie No-Nos. Give me $200 on the Bruins tonight. You call it in, and if the Bruins lose, you still got to pay up that $200. And this is what they want you to do. They go, okay, I lost that one, so let me go put, I got to catch up that $200. So let me put $500 on the Patriots playing on Sunday. You see, you're chasing that money, and then if you lose, you don't cover the spread on that game. Now you owe $700. You open up your wallet. You got $85. You owe $700 now. See, that's where you get in trouble, and that's the whole reason why they don't take the money up front. That's why here in Vegas, you go to a sports book, you got to give the money. So you never owe. The only time you go back is when you make another bet or you pick up the money. See, it's safer that way. You get in less trouble. That's the thing. The states will make some tax money, and the mafia, the wise guys, they're going to be losing stuff like that. People, you'll still be shylocking. You'll still be out there loaning money because I got some mob guys that are watching these videos. So you still be able to do the shylocking because people are going to be losing this and losing that. They're going to still need a loan to get money to go put money on whoever they're betting on. The Giants, the Yankees, and the Yankees are going to be really good this year. I'm thinking of betting every Yankee game. I figure they're going to win about 110. What do they play, like 165 games? I figure they'll win 110 of the 165. So the odds of winning that's pretty good. It's 110 wins and 55 losses. That's going to be a profit. So I'm going to bet like 10,000 on every game. So at the end of the season, I could buy a new Corvette, get the 2019 Corvette. So that's how you save money these days. So You need some side hustling going on. So hopefully they go. The Supreme Court says yes, they want to do this. You know, they're legalizing weed in a lot of states. So sports betting, they should legalize that. And then I think my channel will blow up then because I'm giving out free picks. So a lot of people that say they're giving out free picks, and then you gotta text a number, you gotta go to a website, people pay for picks actually out here. It's called a tout service. You could actually pay like $149, and the guy will give you all the picks for hockey or basketball or football. Actually, football right now, there's not too many games left, so we'll just say hockey and college basketball, college football. Well, that's over. College basketball and regular basketball, the NBA. So you put up $149, they're going to give you the picks every day. So that's they have a whole bunch of systems going on. That's how they come up with the picks and all that. So that's what I'm doing. I'm doing the Bruins tonight, and moneyline Patriots, and I'm going to stay off the Vikings and Eagles. I think the Super Bowl will be the Patriots versus the Vikings. But then again, last week I thought the Falcons were going to beat the Eagles. That didn't happen. All of a sudden, this quarterback plays a good game, and the Falcons did what they did last year in the Super Bowl. Everybody had the Falcons except for the Eagles fans. The Eagles fans say, "Nah, we're gonna beat the Falcons." And that's what happens. And then the Vikings come from behind and win the game. So that's what it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be the Vikings versus the Patriots. And what do you say? You agree, right? All right. The corner guy's also saying Patriots and the Vikings. So the Super Bowl this year is in Minnesota. So the Minnesota Vikings, if they win Sunday, they're going to go to the Super Bowl, which is great. It's going to be in their hometown, and nobody that's pretty much a Viking fan will be able to go to the game because the tickets are going to be about $15,000, and basically all corporations buy those Super Bowl tickets. So that's what's going on over here. And should I do the weather now? Should I do the weather now? I'm going to do the weather. What do you think? So what do you think? So far no good? All right, the show so far no good. Anyway, I'm going to put out there right now that I'm going to do a contest here. I won a contest to get on a co-host a radio show, and I won that contest, and for 6 months I was actually a co-host on a radio program here in Las Vegas. But I'm going to put it out there. If you want to be a co-host, or should I say a guest co-host? Guest co-host? Alright, so if you want to be a guest co-host, you got to send me a 7-hour video of why you want to be a co-host. What, 7 hours too long? Alright, send me an 8-hour video of why you want to be a co-host. And the one I think is the best will be the guest co-host. I don't know if that's going to be for one show or for the month or half a year, whatever. We'll figure that part out. So if you want to be a co-host, and Dan, no, you can't enter this. You can't be the co-host. So that's that. So that's it. The corner guy doesn't want to be a co-host, so you're still going to be the corner guy, right? All right, the corner guy will still be the corner guy. It's, the guy in the corner doesn't want to be on camera or on the microphone, but he'll still be there. And so we're gonna need a bigger studio. You got you here, we got me here, and then we'll have a co-host. Requirements? The requirements is you got to be able to talk. You can't be sitting there going, well, today we're gonna go to the shooting park. I can't have that. Can't. You got to be able to talk. Just you can't be stuttering, and you can't be uhs and ums. Can't have that. The show's got to flow. Like right now, the show's still no good, right? It's all right. So it's still no good, and you got to be up to this par or a little better. and then maybe you do your own show. So yeah, so send me an 8-hour video of why you want to be a co-host, or you could just send like $10,000 and you'll be able to do 4 shows. So if you Pepsi, you want Pepsi, where are you? You send $10,000 and you could be the co-host. You could put a bottle in the next chair. You put one of the trucks in the background. Pepsi, where are you? Still waiting on the sponsorship. No, I haven't contacted them or anything. Has anybody out there contacted them? A guy just contacted me. Everybody emails me. I thought the email was private, but I guess it's not. stigscomedy@gmail.com. So a guy texts me. He goes, "It says in your bio that you're a comedian. When do you do comedy?" So I replied back, "I do comedy at night." So yeah, I don't really put out there, when I'm going to do this show and I'm going to do that show. And what did I do comedy about 2 times last year? Yeah, so that's it. It's just a hobby. It's just a hobby. I ain't going to be no big like Dave Chappelle. And check out his new special on Netflix. All right, so there's a shout out to Dave Chappelle, one of the best living comedians right now, Dave Chappelle. The funniest I've ever worked with. All right, the corner guy wants to know who's the funniest comedian I've worked with. So all right, I've been doing comedy for 9 years, and Bruce Mickelson and Ron Schock were the 2 funniest people I've worked with. Ron Schock is no longer alive. He died a couple of years ago. I was going to go on tour with him and do the Midwest. You got to look him up on YouTube if you never heard of Ron Schock. Very funny comedian. He used to be part of the Texas Outlaws of Comedy with Bill Hicks. It was him, Bill Hicks, and like 2 other guys. And yeah, he died of pancreatic cancer or something. But you gotta look. He's still got a lot of videos up on YouTube. Very funny comedian. I was gonna go on tour with him, and then he got sick, and that's what happens in this business. I've turned down three doing the road with 3 big name comedians, and I just don't want to work the road. It's just fly here, drive there, but by the time you come back, you don't got any money. You gotta. They wanted me to do some tour where I gotta drive to Tucson. Gotta drive from Vegas to Tucson, and the reason why you drive because then you got the next gig. So you could fly to Tucson, but you gotta drive to Tucson. You do 2 shows in Tucson, then you drive up to Phoenix. You do a show in Scottsdale, Arizona, which is right outside Phoenix. And then you drive like halfway to Vegas. There's some other place, some Indian casino in the middle of Arizona, somewhere in the woods. And you do another show there. And then Searchlight. There's a place, I think it's Searchlight. Laughlin. Then there's a show in Laughlin, Nevada. And then you go up to Mesquite, Nevada. So that's why you got to drive, because there's small airports in Mesquite, and then I don't know where you would land in the Indian reservation. Maybe like right next to the totem pole. The guy stands on the totem pole, and he's got a flag, and it tells the planes what direction the wind is blowing. So when they land, you want to land. I don't know if you ever flown before. Well, you've probably flown in a plane, but I mean actually controlled the plane. You want to land into the wind. So if the wind is coming from this side, you want to land going into the wind. I don't know. That's what I was told. Every time I fly, I always land into the wind. And sometime I actually got my car airborne once. Twice. First time was on purpose. Second time, the car was just too fast and it lifted off the ground. But anyway, that's how you fly a plane. You want to land into the wind. You don't want to go with the wind. I don't understand. I figure if you got a tailwind, you just shut the engines off. You put it in neutral, and then you come in for a landing, and it'll be a good landing over there, and then you just put the sail up, and then you roll into the gate. That's how. I don't know if you ever had your pilot's license. Probably most of you have flown, paper airplanes, remote control airplanes, or maybe in Grand Theft Auto where you steal the airplane and you actually get to fly. But so that's how you fly a plane. You land into the wind. So I was looking at the news and I saw this crazy story. The mom and the dad had 13 of their kids all chained up, locked up, not feeding them, all that, and they got to go to trial now. Why would you have that many kids if that's what you're gonna do? So I don't even think there should be a trial. I think they should go straight to execution. That's it. I think each of those 13 kids, you should line the parents up on a wall, and each of the 13 kids should have a 50 caliber, an RPG, and they get to just shoot the shit out of them. Because you're a bunch of assholes. You see the picture of the guy, he looks like a fucking idiot. Fuck him. And then there's another. Oh boy, YouTube might cancel me, like that Paul Logan or whatever his name is. That stupid idiot also. They got the. Is that his name? Paul Logan? Whatever. Who cares? The guy films. They changed the whole YouTube thing because of him. Now you need 1,000 subscribers, and you need 400 hours of people watching your videos before you could be a YouTube partner and make money. And good thing I'm not in this for the money, because Pepsi, where's that sponsor? I have 84 subscribers, and I don't know, maybe they watch about 3 minutes. So I'm far from making money on YouTube. So that's where Pepsi's supposed to come in and sponsor. That's why I asked Pepsi to sponsor, because that's because of Paul Logan, whatever his name is, Paul Vlogs, whatever. He filmed someone dying or something. He's making fun of the person. That's the problem today. I watched a video. A guy was pumping gas, and his arm caught on fire, and a guy runs up, starts filming him. Another guy runs up to help him. Right, so he puts him on the ground. He take the sweatshirt or his jacket off, and the guy filming goes, "Yo, man, you're ruining my video." Yeah, so that's the problem nowadays. People, instead of helping people, they want to sit there and get the video so they could, put it up on World Star Hip Hop or YouTube or Live Leak. Live Leak, you can watch, 10,000 people die a day if you want to watch that stuff. And then that's the problem nowadays. People don't help. They rather just pull out their video or their cell phone and start filming it. This guy's on fire and they're sitting there. Meanwhile, he's on fire at the gas pump. The guy's filming the video. I'm watching the video. Go, this guy's a complete idiot. Those gas pumps could explode, and then not only does the guy on fire die, but the guy filming the video camera. And it would have been good if it did blow up. The other guy was on fire, gets blown off out of the parking lot. He just has a burnt arm. And the guy that was sitting there filming the video, he would have blown up with the gas pumps, and that would have been a good video. Then I would say, that I would have actually put a like on it. I would have subscribed to his channel, even though he's now dead. So that's the problem nowadays. People are just filming everything instead of helping. So if you're on fire, expect someone to run up to you, pull out a camera, and start filming it. So and they had that guy that was drowning in Florida, and the 3 guys are sitting there. The guy is drowning in the water, and they're sitting there making fun of him. I don't think he's gonna live. I don't think he's gonna. They filmed the guy dying, and they're all making fun of it. They put it up on that Facebook Live shit, whatever it is, and they don't get in trouble because all 50 states don't have failure to render help laws, where if you see something, instead of saying something and filming something, they got to help something. So that's another thing. After they passed, we could now sports bet in 50 states. Maybe they should just sit there and say they got to pass a failure to render help laws. All 50 states should have that law. And, if you see something and you don't want to help the person, instead of pulling out a camera, just leave. If you don't want to help the person, just leave. Don't sit there and just pull out a camera and watch, film the person dying and shit. And if you like that stuff, don't watch my videos, because I don't like you. 'Cause that's just the way it is. Even if I had my camera there, I'm not going to pull out the camera. Actually, I would help the person, and then I'd pull out the camera and be like, hey, look, I just helped this guy. He was on fire. I put the fire out. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I'm going to talk about it on the Take the Pizza podcast, vlog, wannabe radio show, whatever this is. And maybe I'll get 1,000 subscribers and 400 hours of videos to be watched, and then I'll be able to make about $6 a month. Because this Paul Vlogs guy, he's got 15 million subscribers. The guy's making a lot of money doing this, and it's good for him. The problem is, you got your 15 million subscribers. Calm down a little bit. You don't have to film people dying. You already got 15 million subscribers. Instead of just being a friggin' idiot, you just sit there and be like, all right, I went to this park. I saw a guy die. Talk about it. You didn't need to film it. What do you think? You're going to get another extra 65 followers or something, subscribers to your channel? So then YouTube kicked you off, and now how are you going to sell your sweatshirts with the little bird on it or something? It's like a Twitter bird with bigger wings. So that's the problem nowadays. If you're on fire, you got to make sure nobody films you. I can understand they'd send a video and send it to the news or something, but they don't do that. At least you get paid if you send it to the news. But they just want to put it up on Facebook and make fun of people. And meanwhile, you say the wrong joke in a comedy club, people they're ready to crucify you. Oh, I can't believe you made fun of midgets. Can't believe you made fun of midgets. Oh, but meanwhile, there's people filming people dying. Nobody gives a shit about that. But you can't say the word midget what you said about people dying. It's not funny. Yeah. What about the people filming people that are dying? I don't make fun of people dying in my comedy. I make fun of other things, but that's the problem nowadays. All this PC is destroying comedy, but then you go on Live Leak and you can watch somebody get ran over by a school bus. So that's strange. Those videos shouldn't be posted up there, but you can't talk about anything crazy on a stage anymore. You can't say it's a little person. It's not a midget. Whatever. It's a fidget. Now that's it. This video will get banned. So I said midget like 7 times. I'm not making fun of any midgets. I'm making fun of the word. You can't say the word midget anymore. And then the president, he calls Haiti. We don't want these people from these shithole countries. He didn't make fun of the people. He made fun of the country. They got these countries in Africa, Haiti. It's just a shithole country. I've been to Morocco, and that's in Africa. It's right across the Mediterranean. Took the boat from Spain to Morocco, and I'll tell you right now, it's a shithole. I've seen a lot of pictures of Haiti. It's a shithole. There's shithole neighborhoods in the United States. The country's not a whole shithole, but there's some areas. There's some areas in I used to street race in the South Bronx. Most of that area is a shithole, but there's no racetracks in New York City, so I had to race in the shithole. The South Bronx. You ever watch Bronx is Burning? That's what they did. They couldn't, back in the 70s, they couldn't rent the apartment buildings, and the owners, they had to make money. They just lit the buildings on fire. There was nobody in them. And so they would just light the buildings on fire and collect the insurance money. That's how they had the whole Bronx is Burning when the Yankees were in the World Series back in like 1978. So that's what they did. And because of the crack epidemic that hit New York City in the 70s and 80s, New York was a shithole. There was 2,500 people murdered a year in New York City. Just the city, not the whole state. Just the city. Like Chicago, it's like 400 to 800 people shot now, today, this year, last year. But New York City was a shithole. And then Giuliani came in and he cleaned it up. And that's it's not a shithole now. Now New York City is one of the safest cities in the country, but it was a shithole in the 70s and the 80s. A lot of areas was shithole. So so he called Haiti a shithole. Have you ever taken a cruise to the Caribbean islands? You ever notice it doesn't stop in Haiti? You want to know why? Shithole. That's the way it is. All right, so Boston Bruins better win against the Montreal Canadiens tonight. And if you want to be a co-host, everybody is eligible except for Dan. And send me an 8-hour video of why you want to be the co-host. Because the show's not going to make you famous. It's not making any money. It's actually costing money. I got to get a newer camera. I got to get a 4K camera. So whenever Pepsi decides to sponsor, maybe I could get that new camera. And it's almost time. I got to go up to the Clark County shooting park now. And you got to get some target practice in if you got guns, A lot of people go hunting. I don't like hunting, but I like shooting targets. So I'm going to go up to the Clark County shooting park right now, and then you're going to go? All right. The corner guy says he's going. You got your gun on you? Oh, good. Perfect, because you live on the other side of town. So that's the show this week. I'm going to say it's the Patriots money line and the Boston Bruins tonight. And if you want to be a co-host, send me an 8-hour video, stigscomedy@gmail.com. Why you want to be a co-host. Why do you want to sit right here next to me and listen to this ridiculousness? All right, so there you go. Have a good week. Make some money. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the video, or whatever this is. There you go. There's my old Camaro.